Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor December 7th, 1941. I joined the Navy the next day. I stayed 34 years in the Navy. Retired as chief
and I had to start
in 1975
with just my children and my wife. I thank my God above to be living here today, cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and from New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and in time we stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Naval station there. Then I left there and went back to sea on a destroyer. Then I went back to, got orders back to Washington, D.C. again. To Annapolis, Maryland again. I was stationed there for 4 years in Annapolis Naval Station. That's about all I can remember right now. It was the worst place I ever been. You would sit at this table and eat with the people out in the restaurant out in John. Eat with them. And when it got dark, they put the pajamas on and ate with the enemy. You been sitting there eating with them all the time. That's the way it was in Vietnam. And it got so bad there in Vietnam when they dropped me off in a place I was going to Ho Chi Minh Trail there. And they dropped me off at a place there, and the helicopter did and said there'd be a bus or something that'll pick you up, a driver or something, pick you up at this place there, it's stopover. Well, I was waiting there all evening. Here come a Jeep along there with a soldier in it, and he says, "Where you heading for?" And I told him. He said, "Well, there won't be no more things by here. Just the enemy be here in a little bit. You better get in here, and we'll take you out of my base." And took me out to his base out there, and they got shelled that night out there. And we almost got killed there in Vietnam. I said I was lucky. Well, I got reported back in there to Vietnam. They told me I said, where and they said, we'll have you in this place here, put you in charge, or put me in charge of the brig. And when I was in charge of the brig, and they bring some drunks in, and I asked the show patrol and the MP, said, what you doing with these guys? I said, drunk. I said, let them go. We said, we can't let them go. Chief said, we got them for disorderly and everything. And I said, well, if I'm the chief here in charge, I said, let them go, let them go. Well, they let them go. And wound up, when it got dark, the enemy came out. And on that trail there, they told me, he said, now listen, said, Chief, this place here is bad here. He said, you better watch it here. He says, when they come up here after us, we'll have to take whatever comes along. We'll have to take all remedies to settle it. I said, all right. Well, I got so sick of Vietnam. I had to, because I found out that even you sit there and eat with the people in the little restaurants they had there, and then night when you put their pajamas on, they were the enemy, and you've been sitting there drinking and eating with them and having fun. I said I got tired of that place, and I got away from her. But how I got to Vietnam was like I said, I reported to Naval Air Station. I was stationed in Washington, D.C. then, and I reported to, I asked them in Washington to send me to California, and they said, we'll send you as close as we can get, and they sent me to Fallon Naval Air Station, Fallon, Nevada. When I got there, two old chiefs were in the club there, and I walked in the chief's club, have a beer. They said, where'd you come from? I said, Washington. They said, you won't like it here. I said, if I don't like it, I'll leave. They said, you can't leave here. There ain't no way you can get away from here. We've been here 3 years. I said, you watch me. About 3 or 4 days later, I walked back by there and then stopped at the chief's club, have a beer. Had my orders with me, and the chief said, what you got? I said, got orders. He said, what do you mean your orders? I said, well, I volunteered for Vietnam. He said, oh, me, you won't like that. I said, well, if I don't like it, I'll leave too. Well, that's the way it was. When I got to Vietnam, the first day I was there, I reported in, and they put me in charge of the brig. And I was the chief in charge of the brig, and I let everybody go, and they finally relieved me of that duty. I didn't last long enough. That's about it. In the Philippines, October 24th, 1944, was D-Day in the Philippines. My ship got blowed up. I was on the LST then. She got blowed in half. My best buddy got killed here from, his name was Higginbottom. Last name was Higginbottom. I can't remember his first name right now. And he got blowed up, and when we got out of there, out of the Philippines, we went back to sea, and got my LST together, and then went to New Guinea, Milne Bay, New Guinea repair base there to get repaired. And there I met Bob Hope and a bunch of guys. We were over there for USO bunch. And that's about all I can remember right now. When we were in the Philippines, like I said, October the 24th, we got blowed up, and now I remember my buddy's name. He was from Massachusetts, Albert Higginbottom. And when we got hit, we went to Milne Bay, New Guinea for repairs. But I was on the 40mm gun crew when we were firing at them. The 3 Japanese planes came in, and I was on the 40mm gun crew, and we were firing at them. We shot 2 of them down, and the 3rd one got through and laid a bomb on us, blowed us all to pieces. And my buddy was a lieutenant from Lenore, North Carolina. He was given directions of where the planes were coming in and so forth. And we were lining up for the Purple Hearts. I told him, he was from Lenore, and I said, I'm going to tell your wife where you got hit. What are you talking about? I'm going to tell her you got hit in the ass when you was running, when you got hit in the ass when you got your Purple Heart. That's about all I can think of.